Hello, everyone. Today is October 2nd, and the famed beta wipe, at least the first one, has come and gone. The servers are still down, but there is still a lot to talk about in the world of Hearthstone, and in general, just what the patch means and what the gameplay balance changes mean as well. Now, first of all, if you guys really like Hearthstone and are really interested, I believe Blizzard posted up a job posting for game designers who have some TCG experience in making and designing new cards for game balance. I know a lot of you guys out there have been sending me messages like, "Hey, did you see this? Did you see this? I think you'd be great." I think I'd be good at the job as well, but I don't know if I want to do that job. If I wasn't already gainfully employed, I would definitely apply. But right now, things are looking up in the Crota household, even though things are a little bit quiet here since the wife and kids are away. What I wanted to address, you can see a laundry basket. Yes. Maybe I should really check that shot. All right. Let me go ahead and turn that a little bit more so that not everything is you guys can see all of my master bedroom and what's going on in here. I'm not using the pop filter, SM58 microphone. I guess if you guys want to see my soundboard, some of you guys are like, "What's going on here?" It's just a mini soundboard, only 2-channel input stereo with RCA outs. Some people are like, "Hey, I want to know your technical specs as well." So that is the reason why I'm able to use a real condenser microphone and not a USB, and just trying to get superior audio for you guys. Hopefully, it comes across and there's very little echo or anything of that nature. Now, apply to Blizzard, get a bunch of keys, and send them to your fans. Should be up in 2 hours according to their schedule. I don't know how much I believe that. I know Blizzard's patch maintenance generally tends to run a little bit long. So one of the big questions that some of you guys are asking is like, when is the stream of you opening up a whole bunch of packs? That is probably going to be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I will be opening up probably anywhere from 100 to 125 packs of cards. I want to leave a good amount of gold for the arena just so that I don't have to pay out of pocket ever again, since I've already funded a lot of money into Hearthstone. With that said, there were some posts about people saying that they've spent over $500 on Hearthstone already. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But Hearthstone is a lot of fun. For some reason, it's those free-to-play games that really get you to spend a lot of money. I want to thank all of you guys out there who have donated to me opening up pack sessions. That was a lot of fun as well. Okay, so yes, let's go over the patch notes. If you guys haven't been able to sit down and take a look at them, just a number of overall changes. I'll talk about this. General. Maximum level is now 60, so you can earn experience in any game mode up to the maximum level. This was 100% absolutely necessary, because playing with your friends casually earned you nothing. And that was perhaps one of the most sad parts of the game, where I couldn't even get experience if I wanted to test the deck with my friends. So it was really hard to get into casual games. You know, Blizzard already had that for StarCraft 2, so why not for Warcraft 3? Not Warcraft 3, for Hearthstone. Warcraft 3, I think they already had it. Chat has been fixed. Gold increase. Instead of 1 gold per 5 wins, it is now 10 gold every 3 wins. This will help with the daily grind and also increase your gold production per hour pretty significantly. If you assume that the matchmaking system tries to get you as close to 50% as possible, and it takes 10 minutes every game, then that means under the old system you were getting about 3 gold an hour. That was how slow it was. Now you are getting 10 gold an hour, which should make those times in between arena much, much better. For those of you guys who are on the stream, I'm not looking at the questions right now, so I will get to them at the end. Golden basic minions can be awarded at higher levels. I know for one, some people really wanted a Stormwind champion, a gold Stormwind champion. I definitely want one, so I'm going to be happy to unlock those. Arena rewards now give less dust and more cards. This makes a lot of sense. Right now, there's no synergy between Arena and Play. Most people who play Arena like kind of shun the constructed side, so it didn't make sense that, hey, I'm playing Arena. Congratulations, here's a whole bunch of dust for you to play in constructed, but I only play in Arena. So it kind of felt like it was trying to reward the other, and then when you did play in normal constructed play, you never felt like you were being pushed into the direction of Arena. Now with the win change, perhaps that will be fixed as well. Oh gosh, adjusting my monitor. Okay, laundry basket again. All right. So yeah, that's that. Let's see. Heroes can be unlocked in any mode. That's nice. You don't have to play against the AI in order to unlock heroes. At 9 wins, you are guaranteed an extra pack or a golden card. I am definitely looking forward to that. It's a little bit of an extra trumpet or an extra reward for getting to 9 wins. So you're guaranteed 150 gold. You're guaranteed a pack, and then you're guaranteed another pack or a golden card in addition to those tier 9, 2 additional tier 9 rewards, which is really good. Animations on golden cards have been updated. That's nice. More gold is guaranteed at 5 and 6 arena wins. This was one of the things that annoyed me the most. I would get to 6. I would go 6 and 3 in a tournament, or in an arena, and feel like, oh, I'm all right. And then I would get 120 dust and 15 gold, and I wouldn't be able to play arena the next day because with the daily quest, I was still short. So hopefully that was going to be fixed as well. Let's see. Let's go down the list. Social. When your friends complete an arena run or get a legendary card in the pack, you can notify them so you can congratulate them. Quests that require you to win with a class now have an option between 2 classes. This is to help fix the problem where you were forced into playing a deck that you had no right to play because you didn't have the cards. So it kind of felt like, oh, I can't do this quest. What am I going to try and do next? New stuff. Crafting mode. If you want to craft or disenchant cards, there's a new interface for it. I obviously cannot speak into how the new interface is since I haven't seen it, but I'm hoping that it is a bit more polished. What we saw from Blizzard before was functional, but Blizzard is all about polish in Hearthstone, and I am really looking forward to that. Credits. Now you can see who's all behind the scenes. Options. Game menu options have a new look. Open next pack. So you can hit the spacebar after you open a pack to quickly unwrap your next one. That is definitely going to help when we are all opening up a lot of packs in a little bit. Many golden cards have new animations. Yes, added event to transform coin into card in your hand if you are going the second. Okay, so not quite sure what that means. I'll actually have to take a look at that. And then support for custom fonts in Russian and Polish. Now, some of the big changes, and this is all going to be about the balance issues, which is what I really wanted to get into. Geblin Mechatorx Repair Bot, the O3, instead of healing everything on the board, now at the end of your turn restores 6 health to a damaged character. It doesn't say your damaged character, it says a damaged character. So it still has a tendency to help your opponent. Be very careful. Sun Fairy Protector now only gives adjacent minions taunt. Thank you. This was something that just didn't make any sense. Giving all minions on the board taunt is like having no minions on the board with taunt and just trying to hide behind one guy. It didn't feel very right. It didn't feel very practical at all. Let's see. Cost pint-sized summoner. This was something that I thought was going to be happening in pint-sized summoner. The cost reduction has been reduced from 2 to 1. Yes, this was absolutely necessary. Pint-sized summoner, being able to coin a pint-sized summoner on turn 1 and then bring out a 3/5 taunt on turn 2 was just absolutely one of the most negative play experiences, and it kind of felt like it snowballed a bit too much. This is something that Blizzard, I think, looked at and said, you know what, this can't be happening. It's affecting arena play. It's affecting constructed, and it's making the curve a bit too fast. It needs to be fixed, and I'm really glad that they did it. All right. Questing Adventurer is now a rare. Flesh-eating Ghoul is now common. You may be wondering, how does this affect anything? After enough time, everyone's going to have 2 Questing Adventurers. Everyone's going to have 2 Flesh-eating Ghouls. Yes, that is true, but it affects arena. The reason why I'm really happy to see this play is when you are given 3 rare cards, one of your rare cards is not going to be a Flesh-eating Ghoul, which is generally a rather weak card in my opinion. Let's see. Emperor Cobra, the has a new visual to remind you about his venomous power. Essentially, this is something that the Emperor Cobra and the Stealth Assassin are both going to have, just so that you know that anything that it does damage to automatically dies in terms of minions, not heroes, of course. Injured Blademaster has 1 more attack. Very necessary. No one really wants to drop a 3-drop 3/3 that a 3-drop 3/3, a 3-drop 4/3 that you can heal makes a bit more sense. All right, let's go down the list. Lore Walker Cho has 1 less attack. I'm not quite sure why Lore Walker Cho needed 1 less attack. He is now a 0/4, so he now has no attack, and he's just gonna be one of those guys like, hey, I can play a Lore Walker Cho. It's kind of funny, I guess. The Beast is now a 7/6. Now a 9/7 was a 10/6. All right, I don't really see anything about that, but more power to you. Light Warden now gains +2 attack per heal. That is going to be a very strong card. Only 1 attack per heal wasn't enough. Getting 2 attack per heal is going to help out. Twilight Drake. This was a change that I am very happy to see. The Twilight Drake is now a 4/1 that with a battle cry, gain +1 health for each card in your hand. No more turn 3 6/6 or 7/7s, and none of this immediate silence to make it a completely useless unit. It is getting hit with a nerf bat, but making it a bit stronger against silence all at the same time. Very, very nice decision there. Captain Greenskin is now a 5/4 with Battle Cry. Give your weapon +1/+1. I totally agree with that. Having your hero, every time your hero attacks, draw a card just seemed a bit too powerful, especially in rogue decks and shaman decks, where shaman deck you can equip Doomhammer and all of a sudden draw 2 cards very quickly. Card draw is something that Blizzard is putting. Card draw is something that Blizzard has put themselves into a bit of a bind in, I believe, because card draw is so prevalent. They have to worry about it from here on out. The gadgets on Auctioneer will have to be closely monitored through the rest of the gameplay. And I'm a firm believer that in 2 years or in a year, Blizzard's going to wish that they didn't make the gadgets on Auctioneer. It's just too much card draw is a bad thing. You like if you give your opponent, if you give a deck an option to deck themselves by turn 5, and it's a very easy engine, it's horrible for game design because you always have to design around that one card. Let's see. Dalaran Mage now has 1 less attack. It is now a 3-drop 1/4 spell damage 1. I don't know how much I like that. I do like the fact that, hey, it's still a 4 vitality, someone that you have to deal with, but I think it puts it a little bit too low on the curve. Punishing mages essentially, and punishing some of the other I think it makes rogue decks a little bit weaker, but it also makes a lot of other decks weaker. In particular, Druid, Shaman, and Mage decks that rely on spell power. If they introduced more cards that were class-specific spell power cards, I would absolutely love that. A class-specific spell power would be great. Besides the Wrath or the Air Totem. Frost War. Okay, Captain's Parrot now has one less health. Okay, I don't really have much to say about that. Frostwolf Warlord now has a battle cry effect instead of an ongoing effect. This was something that needed to be done. The reason why was the Frostwolf Warlord in the hands of very, very good players. The +1, like, you could play a minion, like, get it up, and using its ongoing effect essentially made it so that you could play minions to heal the Frostwolf Warlord and then take damage and go back and forth. And you really did some really strange things that weren't intuitive to the game. And it just really seemed very top heavy. Frostwolf Warlord now, battle cry effect. It's a one-time event that silences it, still can get removed. Crota, you going to BlizzCon? Yes, actually, yes, I am. Mage, Frostbolt now costs 2 mana, down from 3. I love this. Frostbolt costing 2 mana is going to make the mages just that much stronger. I can't believe that they're giving, like, the Frostbolt is such a value card already. Essentially, it's halfway between Eviscerate with an added bonus. It is a superb card, and with spell power, doesn't even, like, you can drop a kobold, and then essentially it's like a combo and now deals 4 damage. So very nice there. Mirror Image now creates 0/2 minions instead of 0/1. I like that effect as well. I think Mirror Image was just removed because, well, it wasn't that effective. It was too easily killed. Opponents could poke him down very easily. A rogue could just equip a dagger and take it out. It didn't really feel like you got a lot of value out of that card. So that's why people are removing it. Ceiling fan cat? Well, yes, I have a ceiling fan behind me. Now, going on to Priest. Northshire Cleric now costs 1, down from 2. Very interesting play and design decision to make the Northshire Cleric just an extremely strong priest drop. If it's a class specific 1-drop 1/3, that's really strong. I mean, if you heard that in terms of Magic, it's a 1-drop 1/3. You're like, wow, a 1-drop 1/3 that actually can help you draw cards? Sign me up. Obviously, though, this game is not Magic. You cannot think of Magic cards and Hearthstone cards to be the same balance. Leper Gnome, 2-drop, a 1-drop 2/1 that deals 2 damage to your opponent when it dies. That's like 100 times better than a Savannah Lion. So, you cannot look at the game as though this was Magic. And I think that as they got more players, as they were in closed beta, and they start to run the numbers, they saw that a lot of their costing, when compared to Magic, they couldn't use any longer. Let's see. Prophet Velen now also doubles the damage and healing of your hero power. That actually makes him good. That was the only source of consistent damage and healing from the mage or from the priest, and adding that really helped. Fade has been replaced with a new card, and this is something that all the priest decks really needed. They needed the ability to remove large minions, and Shadow Word Death is a 3-drop or a 3-cost destroy a minion with attack 5 or more. Absolutely brilliant. It makes a lot of sense. It is on It is on par to Hex. No, it is actually better than Hex. It flat out removes a big guy. So having Shadow Word Pain and Shadow Word Death should essentially take care of any problem minion on the board. I would say Shadow Word Death is going to be used more than Shadow Word Pain, just because you have Mass Dispel to get rid of problem low power minions. All right, moving right along. Cabal Shadow Priest. It is now a 4/5, up from a 3/4. Cabal Shadow Priest was one of the worst epics I ever saw. Who wants to pay a 6-drop 3/4 that takes an opponent's a minion that has 2 power or less? It just wasn't worth it. Oftentimes, all you could really take was a 1/1 token or a 2/2 token. It just didn't make a lot of sense. Now it actually has a little bit more value. I don't know if the minion still comes across with summoning sickness. If it does, well, that's all right still. Now let's see. Cabal Shadow Priest Power Word Shield has been reworded to give a minion +2 health, draw a card. I might actually include Power Word Shield now, as it actually does something. The fact that it replaces itself and the fact that it is card draw in a priest deck makes it very good. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, there's going to be a lot more combos. I see a lot of Lightwell or a coin or a Lightwell turn 2, and then Divine or Power Word Shield Inner Fire turn 3 for a 7/7 that's walking around the board on turn 3. That is very combo intensive. Yes, I know. I also don't like it at all. I really don't. I don't like that. That you can have a 7/7 on turn 3 that easily. Okay, let's move down the line. Greater Heal has been replaced with a new card, Holy Fire. 6-drop, deal 5 damage to a target, restore 5 health to your hero. I like it, even though I really liked Greater Heal. Yeah, I really liked it, even though I liked Greater Heal. We'll see how this goes. It really feels like Priest didn't have their big 6 damage card. Siphon Soul for Warlocks, Starfire for Druids, Fireball for Priest. Yeah. Okay. Keep on going down. Sacrificial Pact, cost 0, down from 2. Pit Lord, now a 5/6, deal 5 damage to your hero. I think they were just trying to include it to make sure that the Pit Lord was used a bit more. 7 damage to your hero was just a bit much, especially when it can get cleaned up by a BGH. I think it was like a 7/5 before, and yeah, if it can get killed by a BGH the next turn, people were just avoiding it. Crota, ¿hablas español? No. Let's see. Backstab. Deal 2 damage to an undamaged minion. I think that was absolutely necessary. It actually makes a lot of sense, as well as like, you really can't get behind a minion who's already taken a lot of damage, right? Like, the idea is like, hey, you're already engaged. You can't really backstab it. So having it be undamaged balances it out tremendously. It's still a very useful card. It's still 0 cost, very strong. Preparation now reduces next spell cost by 3, up from 2. I like it. I like it a lot because Preparation was a poor man's Invenerate for rogues. Like, Invenerate was better in every way, shape, or form because you got 2 crystals to spend on anything you wanted. And now that it's reduced the next spell cost by 3, you can still do a number of interesting things. Sheev cost 2 mana up from 1. This was absolutely necessary. I thought Sheev was either going to be changed to 2 mana costs or have it only be able to target minions only because, well, Sheev was already so much better than Mortal Coil that it needed a way to balance it. Let's see. Conceal now costs 1 mana up from 0. Are you actually using Gunner glasses, Crota? Yes, I am. When I stare at a computer screen, when you stare at a computer screen as much as I do, you tend to get a little bit of headaches. I talked to my optometrist, and the optometrist had said, well, if you were wearing glasses, I would have suggested glasses with either a yellow or pink tint. And I'm just like, I have those. So if the optometrist says that, you know what, the tint helps reduce a certain type of light that gives headaches, then I'm gonna use it. Do they have to? Well, thank you, Gunners, for sending me this pair. I've been using them for the past 2 years, and that's all I'll say about that. I'm going to take questions at the very end because I still got a lot of other cards to go through. Defias Ringleader has 1 less health. We all saw that coming. We all saw Defias Ringleader getting changed significantly. Conceal costs 1 mana. That makes a lot of sense as well. It pretty much makes sure that the Miracle Rogue decks weren't able to get their Questing Adventurer on turn 3 and save them unless you also have a preparation as well or a coin. There's still plenty of ways to play around it, but I like that. Headcrack costs 3 mana up from 2. I think it works, especially with the preparation change as well, where preparation now reduces the cost by 3. Headcrack is not going to be nearly as powerful of an ability. Essentially what Headcrack was doing was giving the Hunter hero power to Rogue and also have it affected by spell power or spell damage. That was a huge play. Patient Assassin now has a visual to remind you about his power, just like the Emperor Cobra. No real surprise there. Here is what I believe to be the biggest change in Rogues. Hero power no longer has the ability to buff a currently equipped weapon. This is huge. I cannot mention enough how big of a change assassins are going to feel by not being able to deal 2 damage with their attack. They're going to be able to attack with a 1/2 dagger, and that is it. That it actually makes them a little bit weaker in terms of hero power than the mage, because the mage doesn't have to engage with the attack. Yes, the hero power essentially does deal 2 damage for the rogue, but unless you're hitting the hero, you are most likely going to be taking damage back. And that is a that is a mega nerf. That is the biggest change to rogues that I did not see coming. I mean, I did not realize that people felt rogues were that overpowered. That is a huge change. All right, let's keep on going down the list. Oh, Edwin Van Cleef is now a 2/2 and no longer has stealth. Yeah, Shifty, you'd still get 2 hits. Okay, going back to the hero power, you still get 2 damage for 2 mana. The problem is you are engaging with your hero, and because you're engaging with your hero, you are most likely coming out behind in terms of damage. Yeah. The new visuals probably are similar to the visuals on Fairy Dragon, where there's a little bit of a poison cloud surrounding them, like a green poison cloud saying, hey, if you attack me, you're gonna die. Edwin Van Cleef now starts off as a 2/2, but no longer has stealth. A very important card as well. A very important change. All right, so now let's continue to move on. Wrath can no longer be cast on heroes. I didn't quite see the reasoning behind that, but yeah, we'll see. That Druids got hit with a giant nerf bat. I don't know why. I didn't really feel like Druids were that strong, but maybe Blizzard saw something that I didn't. Wrath can no longer be cast on heroes. Scenaris costs 9 up from 8. Starfall can now only target minions. Ancient of Lore's healing option is now 5 down from 8. And the only thing, and Savagery now costs 1 down from 3, must target a single minion. So, yeah, Savagery was a bit of a big change as well. I am quite surprised by Savagery. I think Savagery overlapped with Swipe a little bit too much in terms of its utility, and I think now Savagery has just essentially become a useless card. Hunter's Mark, no longer a 1-turn only effect. I think this was more necessary to fix the bug in Hunter's Mark. Like, there was just too many instances where Hunter's Mark was healing your minion, or you would attack a unit that had Hunter's Mark and it wouldn't die, like we saw yesterday. That was something that just needed to be fixed. Also, Scavenging Hyena only gets plus 2 attack, plus 1 vitality, or plus 1 health when your beast dies. So that actually makes things a bit better for Arena, where I'm not afraid to draft a beast going up against a hunter deck, thinking, oh my gosh, when my angry chicken dies, or my chicken dies, it's gonna make his hyena bigger. I like that change. Okay, going down to Warrior. Cruel Taskmaster is now a 2/2 instead of a 2/1. Makes sense. Inner Rage's effect plus 2 attack is now until the minion dies. It's not until end of turn, which will make it useful. Perhaps one of the biggest things that I really enjoyed, or biggest changes for Warrior, Battle Rage. Battle Rage cost is now 3 and also counts damaged heroes. That means that in most instances, Battle Rage is at least an Arcane Intellect, if not better. That is huge. I mean, Warriors were having a problem drawing cards, and that is going to fix a lot. Frothing Berserker now starts off as a 2/4 instead of a 1/4. I like that. Commanding Shout now costs more, but you also draw a card, making it use cycle through your deck a little bit better. I like that as well. Let's see. Shaman. Hex's Frog is now a beast. Well, all right, it's now a beast. I don't know what that's really going to change in terms of everything overall, but it's a 0/1 beast. So if you are a hunter, that means that you can still give it the Houndmaster and give it +2/+2. It still gets the bonuses of the Tundra pack, or is it the Direwolf Alpha? I forget which one. One of the wolves. Yeah. Also, if it dies, it gets fed to the hyena. All sorts of wonderful, wonderful things. Finally, a healing totem no longer heals heroes. I understand why that change was necessary. Late game Shaman was very, very problematic, especially with the amount of healing that shamans could do on their turn at the end of every turn because of that healing totem. It just was like, hey, I'm going to sit behind my wall of taunts and totems that you have to clear out. You've used your board clear. Now you're in trouble. All right. Bug fixes. Not going to go over the bug fixes all too much. But I guess that's pretty much all of my thoughts on all of the changes. Let me know. Do you guys have any questions? This has been a pretty long Q&A actually, or a pretty long video of just me talking. Divine Favor costs 1 more. Yes, thank you. Divine Favor should cost 1 more. It is a really strong card. Let's see. Let me refresh the page. I don't see the Divine Favor update. Was it in the forums? Yeah, Divine Favor now costs 1 more. Yep, I see it. Oh, goodness. There we go. All right. Which class will come out on top 3 mana? That's always with patches. They forget the counterbalance. I like watching you talk. Thank you. What can you recommend to get a beta key? I don't know. Right now, what I don't understand is a lot of people are very upset at Blizzard for a lot of people are very upset at Blizzard because it's not open beta. They're also very upset at Blizzard because they don't plan on doing another wipe. Blizzard is in a no-win situation. Blizzard needs people to test their game and test it a lot. And the only way that they're going to get that is if they say, okay, after the first wipe, we are not going to wipe your cards anymore. And by doing so, by saying that we're not going to wipe your cards anymore, they ensure that people will test the game. That's all it is. And I think Blizzard is just in a really, really difficult situation right now. Have you decided how you will? Have you decided what to do with the gold you get back, packs and arena? I have no idea when open beta. Do you think this will balance arena or constructed more? Going to a balancing of arena and constructed, I think that Blizzard should have rebalanced the Defias ringleader to be a rare, and then moved one of the rares down to a common. That way, you can balance for arena just a little bit better. For my gold, I am going to save 1,500 gold for arena, and then buy packs with everything else I have left. I'm gonna have a really big pack opening party. I know I'm opening at least 100 packs. I'm very, very sure about that. At least 100 packs, maybe more if more people donate, and they want to see a really long pack opening session. I like the idea of faster gold playing. Yeah, it did seem drawn out before. Oh, sorry. I think that Blizzard really needs to focus on stability of the servers when you pay real money. Yeah, I like watching that awesome guy in the mirror. Another very important change: the farming area of the Pandarian board has 3 radishes. Wow, the questions are going by too fast. If I see you at BlizzCon, can I come up and say hi? Yes, you can. I've actually, people have done that at NASL events. And other things like that where they come up to me and say hi. If I am strange and awkward, it is because I am as comfortable as I am in my own room in front of a camera, and it's getting really hot. As wow, that hoodie was really warm. As comfortable as I am talking to a camera in my own house and room, having random people walk up to me and say hi, I'm not quite at the level of day 9 Artosis, tasteless, husky, for me to be used to it. So if I am awkward, I apologize. But yeah, come up to me and say hi to me if you see me at BlizzCon. Uh, uh, what was that? Uh, should be getting you another set of. Oh wow, Shifty, thank you. All right, I'm gonna be opening up a lot of cards. Leveling all heroes again should be a good video. Can talk about the changes at the same time. Plus, I think was a popular video. Yeah, I'll go through building basic decks on all the heroes so that when you guys do get into the game and do get into the beta or whenever the game's released, you have the ability to go. You know what? I only have common cards. Let me earn more. MSI Battlegrounds. Yeah, I was one of the casters at the MSI Battlegrounds a while ago. This stream brought to you by MSI and Day 9. Oh, shout out to MSI. My laptop broke, and I shipped it off to MSI, and I asked my friends there, like, could you keep track of it for me? They they said yes, and we won't charge you anything. So thank you, Vincent at MSI. I don't think you're ever gonna watch this, but yeah, MSI, great laptops. I've been using them for over 2 3 years. I have two of them. My honey is using the other one in Taiwan. I really I enjoy it, and it's been a lifesaver. Thanks, Crota. Really appreciate that. How many chickens have you? Is it down? Yes, the servers are still down. Down at the moment. Okay. When is the game coming back up? According to the website, 6 p.m., which also means soon, which also means Blizzard is probably going to go until 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Hi, Crota. Going to gameplay, or is it just questions a day? There is no gameplay for me. If I could, let me check on Hearthstone. All right. Let's see. Sarcasm doesn't show in text. How long you expect? Will you cast SE2 again? If I get invited to cast SE2, I will. I am still keeping up, trying to cast games occasionally. Up, nope. Your game has timed out. EU servers are up, but no patch there. Hi, Crota. Weird that NA is down and EU's up. Stores closed though. Like when any thoughts on the secret mage deck with this change? I think the secret mage deck will benefit. I didn't go over the mage changes. The mana worm is now a 1-drop 2/2, which is amazing. I mean, I can't believe that there's a 1-drop 2/2. Did you change your camera? Yes. Can you guys tell? It's actually not blurry. Whoa. Yeah, I updated my camera, set it up. My desktop is actually starting to have problems. I needed to unplug another USB device and plug it in. So I may have to build a new computer, which with all the sound equipment and everything in here, it's gonna be expensive. Hopefully, maybe I'll go pro in Hearthstone and get prize money, and people will be sending me parts to build new computers. That'd be awesome. Are you excited about the priest buffs? Yes, I am. Shout out to Aussie fans. All right, shout out to Aussie fans. Yeah, camera is great. Yes, camera is really good now. Shout out to the Germans. Yes, thank you. I know it is 1 or 2 in the morning for you guys, and I thank you guys for being here. This camera is so much better. Mana worm really the mana worm didn't change? I thought the mana worm changed. Or did they go? Oh wow. Oh okay. Okay, oh no, Mana Wraith now a 2/2 was a 1/3. Mana Wraith. I'm sorry, not Mana Worm. Mana Wraith. Viva Guatemala. All right, 1 hour. Thanks. Shout out to the Dutchies. All right, shout out to everyone on planet Earth. Thanks for watching. 140 people watching the stream and Crota's not even playing. Yeah, I'm very happy that I actually have 140. Oh, it isn't it? Oh, it is Mana Worm. The Mana Wraith is the one that makes all minions cost one more. Okay. That's right. Mana Worm is still a 1/3. Mana Wraith is now a 2/2. Alright, not as excited. Not so much. You guys are right. Do you sometimes realize while streaming casting that this many people are watching you? Um, I think I think the one time when I realized a lot of people were watching me and I didn't know what to do was at the MSI Battlegrounds in Ventura. Day 9 and I were casting together on stage, and there was like 10,000 people watching the stream, and I realized I am never. Wow, 10,000 people is. Have I even met 10,000 people? That is a lot of people. What class do you think will come out on top after all this? Rogue definitely took a serious hit. Um, so I'm interested to see how Rogue plays out. I think Rogue is still going to be very strong. I think mages. I think. I think Blizzard also needed a little bit of time to see. Blizzard needs a little bit of time to see how all the decks play out. Doing a wipe and doing balance changes, right, is necessary, but they can't approach this game as they approach StarCraft 2 in terms of balance changes. People are going to feel very negative about their collections. Like, oh, my cards were good before and now they're bad. Like, no one wants to feel that way. Are you going to keep casting until 6? Probably not. My voice is already starting to go since I cast about an hour of Warcraft 3 in the morning before I got to work and was encoding them all day. MSI Battlegrounds is what game? MSI Battlegrounds was at the Green Forest Cafe in Ventura, California, earlier last year. I was casting StarCraft 2. They also had rapid casting League of Legends. Rogue not being able to give +1 weapon through hero power is huge, yeah. Warcraft 3 is still awesome, yes. Any other questions? Is he doing Arena today, or has the patch not concluded? The patch has not concluded. Otherwise, I would be playing Arena, or actually, I'll probably go through a lot of Constructed for you guys to show you how to get to level 10 and try to do that as quickly as possible. I'm glad you guys really like the early streams on Saturday and Sunday. I think this weekend will be the last of those, as I am going to be picking up my family and taking on my fatherly duties again in the middle of October. What country am I from? Are you talking about what my citizenship is, or are you talking about what I ethnically identify myself as, or racially? Or like, what race am I? What ethnicity do I identify myself with? Okay, what class apart from Rogue Mage will you be looking at playing in Constructed? Priest. I really like Priest. I mean, I went 8-2 in the arena with the Priest. I was on like a 4-5 game win streak, like beating down Miracle Rogues with Priest. It was funny. They had like a turn on turn 7. They're like, yeah, I have a Mana Wraith. I have a 9/9 Van Cleef, and I have a 13/13 Questing Adventurer. What are you gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna mass dispel. I'm gonna drop a soul priest, and I'm gonna drop a circle of healing. Okay, your turn. Like the mass dispel clears removes all the buffs. Soul priest, circle of healing, deal 4 damage to everything. Okay, your turn. You just like dumped your entire hand, lost your gadgets on auctioneer as well, and now we reset a little bit. You're gonna deck yourself to death in the next 2 turns. Shaman is strong and didn't get changed at all. Shaman will be dangerous. Shaman will be dangerous. The problem with Shaman, well, I think Shaman spell damage is gonna be a really strong deck. I like that. What do I do for a living? I am a business systems analyst and software developer designing custom software solutions mainly in the financial industries regarding mortgage. How do you get a key? I've played WoW since the get and everything, but they refuse to give me the key. I don't know how to give you guys keys. I've given away 2 keys. Yeah. Do you like the Warlock deck? Yes, I do like. Did you see the top ranked? Are you happy to beat some of the top players during your stream? I am happy to see the top rank. I saw the top ranked. I'm sad that I'm not in the top rank. I mean, I beat Trump. I beat Vi. I've beat a lot of those guys in the top 50. I also played. A lot of you guys out there were like, "Hey, play your fun decks unranked," and I played my fun decks unranked, and I lost a lot. But who knows? Maybe if I'm in the top 100. Okay, I'll say I'm in the top 200. That's probably a safe assumption if I can beat some of the top 5 players with a 40% or a 50% win rate. Your main duty as a father is to stream every Saturday at 5 a.m. Sorry, Explosive Cat, that is not true. How can I see the top ranked? There is a link on Facebook, or not on Facebook, on in the forums that have the top ranked in EU and on the America servers. If I ever get to income level streaming, it then yeah, then that will be a different day, a different time, and I will have to start making different decisions then. If I start getting 10,000 viewers and I start inserting commercials in between the arena games while I'm looking for games, that will be a lot of fun. All right. I believe that is all the questions that are currently out there. Anything else out there? What changes did you hope for in the patch that didn't happen? Um, I um, mm, I would have liked to have seen them rebalance the rarities for arena. Uh, have have I considered yes, I do have U.S. citizenship. I was born in the States. Can you earn enough gold to play arena consistently? Yes. If you are good, I have a lot of friends who have not put a dime into the game and had 1,500 gold at the end of the reset. What's your SC2 ID? Crota 584. Wow, I'm getting 106. All right, I'm gonna step away for a second. Whoop! I need to touch. I need to wake up my monitors. Um, Crota, do you think they should do something like every 30 trio of cards have at least one class card in Arena? No, there's already constantly class cards in Arena that make it good. I think it's possible to balance the heroes in Hearthstone? Yes, the heroes in Hearthstone are very well balanced already. Um, each of them, each of them are very very balanced. Rogue gets 2 damage for 2 on any target that he wants. Um, Hunter gets 2 damage on your hero. Druid essentially heals 1 and can deal 1 damage, but he has to attack. The mage can target anything she wants to finish it off. The paladin gets a 1/1 on the field. So everything really translates to a net of 2, if you think about it. Um, Everything translates to a net of 2. Do you think they should do something like, okay, it's always nice. Do you know when the release or beta is coming out? No, I don't. I wish I did. That seems to be the number one question. I'll say this. People on the stream will probably know before I do if the beta is coming out, if the beta is going open, because I'm not looking for when the beta is being open. I'm just constantly playing, trying to get better, and share some of my insight and knowledge to you guys. Hearthstone is down. Um, well, okay. I'll say this. Yes. Okay. Yes, I have an American citizenship. I was born here. So, in context of esports, if I was to get picked up by any American team, I can still stay in America. I know that Todd had joined Root Gaming for a while, but due to visa issues, had to leave Root Gaming and had to go back to France. So hopefully I'm answering the question in a way which relates back to gaming, and that way it's all right. All right, let me see. Have they updated the maintenance schedule yet? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Well, isn't that like saying when you flip a coin, sometimes it's head and sometimes it's tails? Do I think Blizzard will make a new Warcraft? I really hope so. I really still have a blast casting Warcraft 3. I think it is one of the best real-time strategy games ever made. Um, yeah, I really like Warcraft 3. Um, just as someone who likes to talk fast and analyze things, there's more time for me as a caster to think in Warcraft 3, and there's also more. There's also longer battles and longer bouts of action that changes in Warcraft 3 compared to StarCraft 2. Um, like after a while in Warcraft in StarCraft 2, the battles just become massive AoE, all these units moving together, and there is no micro intention, as opposed to in Warcraft 3 where you can have um, like a hero about to get storm bolted, uses a potion of invulnerability. All of a sudden, the next hero gets banished and is getting focused down by griffins. It gets Staff of Sanctuary sent back home, and then, or in a Night Elf game where a demon hunter is about to get storm bolted, and the panda or the secondary hero Staff of Preservation's the demon hunter back home. It uses all of the Moonwell juice, Staff of Teleportations back in, and then gets to level 6 and goes Superman mode, Metamorphosis, taking down the entire army. That is what I like about those plays in Warcraft 3. Big plays have very big outcomes. Uh, okay, can I link the dev blog with changes? Yes, rogue do 2 damage but receive damage too. But mages don't take damage while doing it, but the damage is a little bit less. Uh, yes, but heroes take damage and wombats and aren't gonna. Okay, what do you think of the coin? I think the coin is here to stay. It doesn't matter what I think about it. It is one of the intrinsic things of Hearthstone now. The coin as a card. Um, there's no words on new waves being sent out, but since they have changed their hardware, I'd assume that they will send out new waves soon. Trademark soon. They will probably, but not as long as WoW exists. Warcraft Hero should come, the Blizzard MOBA. Yeah, I think so too. No waves, open beta tomorrow. Yeah, I wish. Do you think the Hearthstone mechanic? Do you think Hearthstone mechanics similar to poker? No. We can hope. I believe. I want to believe. Do you feel as those gunners actually have done anything aside from looking cool? Yes, as someone who has looked at computer monitors for 10 to 12 hours a day, it reduces eye strain, and I don't get migraines as often. Actually, I don't think I've gotten a migraine in a very long time, but I need to drink more water now that I think about it. My mouth's dry. Do you want changes? Do you know what changes are happening in Hearthstone? If not, what would you change, if anything? There's already a link out there. I've already talked about all the changes. I'm going to be uploading this video to YouTube very soon. Do you similarly like StarCraft 2 a lot? I like StarCraft 2 a lot. I like StarCraft 1. I like Brood War perhaps a little bit more because there was limited unit selection. The most you could do, and there wasn't smart casting. So there was a higher amount of skill required to do the same amount of things with Psystorm, Corsairs, even using stimmed Marines and Marauders. Being able to control a large army was infinitely harder in Brood War than it is in not infinite. Nothing can be infinitely much harder in Brood War than it was in StarCraft 2, and multi-building selection in Warcraft 3 makes sense, and multi-unit selection makes sense in Warcraft 3 because the units lasted longer. You can actually react and respond. In StarCraft 2, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna move and attack with these 6 Colossus, and while casting Psystorm, and they're all in the same control group. Yeah. Do you think coin should keep triggering rogue combos? If it I can see an argument for either way. Let me see how rogues work now that their hero power got a huge nerf, because you got to remember the two main identities of a hero of rogue was its hero power and combo. Now that its hero power has been nerfed significantly, perhaps comboing a coin is just one of those ways to make it a little bit more even. Do you Panda is not so no. Do you think that downloadable content for Hearthstone will be Panda DK? I don't know what downloadable content will look like for Hearthstone. All right, I've been talking for a good hour. That hour actually went by much faster than I thought it would. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys on the beta in Hearthstone soon. Please stay tuned for my videos, which I will be using and showcasing how to get to level 10 on all of the heroes as quickly as possible. Maybe even doing arena, or just trying to play against the AI. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.